just to start, I am the most verified and credible person in the entire OF space. Not only do I show earnings and results unlike anybody in the entire market, I also just have the better results. I have more experience and more knowledge and a fundamental understanding for OF than anybody else in the entire industry. We're going to kind of break down a new topic today, and we're going to go over an entirely different marketing strategy and structure. Now, before that, I'd like to show you my results. No, I'm just fucking joking. No, I'm not going to show you a fucking screenshot like 99% of the people do in this space, okay? I'm going to show you an actual browser profile. I was initially just going to, I have been using BuddyX, but I'm afraid that one day fake-.com is going to make a BuddyX, and then all my proof goes out there. So I'm on an actual browser profile. The only thing I'm hiding is the username because there are some fucking freaks in this industry. So anyway, earning statistics. Here is the page that we're specifically running OnlyFinder for. Statistics, reach, fans. This is all stuff you literally cannot show on Fake Dash at all whatsoever. I can go down here. I can fold all these out. I can do whatever. Anyway, just to show that, like, you know what I mean, some kind of evidence for my claims, unlike most of these guys do. So, anyway, so this was a joke. I would never show you a fucking screenshot. And if you see a YouTube video where they're showing you a fucking screenshot, please just leave the video. Okay. Anyway, OnlyFinder is so incredibly back. Take a look at the Google Trends. As of the last 90 days, we have been seeing some very, very, very consistent uptick in people just using the platform and having interest in it. Now, why is this? I'm not sure. What I can say is over the last 5 years, it's not at its all-time highest. That's for sure. OF is just slowly kind of declining. It's great for fast, fast income and just making like, 0 to 100K really, really quickly. But overall, OnlyFans is kind of just slowly, going down. Now, anyway, this is why I focus on, considering OF is like starting to be on a decline. It's only on a decline if you take like the, traditional agency route. The way that we kind of operate and market and structure our, our company that has helped us do well over 7 figures year over year. We haven't touched any of our marketing acquisitions. We haven't had to update them. None of our operations have broken. Ask yourself, when is the last time you had an operation that you got to just run that, didn't break after a month? If the answer is none, then I have a link down in the description that takes you to my education program. Now, the reason why I provide these YouTube videos is not just because I'm like this friendly guy who's putting on like this front of like, I'm just trying to help and then I'm like secretly selling a course on the side. No, I am giving you these videos so that you make enough money to buy my program. Okay, I'm not trying to hide behind the curtains. You know what I mean? I get called out for like being a course seller or an education. I've been in digital products now for like 11 years. Okay, this is another business that I have. The reason why I even make these videos at all is so that you make money, enough money to then afford my program and then make more money, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that now. I'm going to provide you with more value than you've ever seen anywhere on YouTube, per usual. So first and foremost, I want to open up this Miro board. I like winging everything I say. So anyway, what is it? Fundamental marketing is what it is. So what is fundamental marketing? Fundamental marketing acquisitions are marketing acquisitions that aren't OnlyFans management related. And what I mean by that, ask yourself, what are some marketing acquisitions that can be used all around? Okay. You have paid advertisements. You have organic to some degree. You have door-to-door salesmen. You have newsletters, etc. Okay. Anywhere in that, did I say Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, any form of dating app? Did I say Reddit? Did I say Twitter? No, because those are only tools that are specifically for OFM. Now, the problem with that is one, they're completely trash and they don't work for more than a month at a time. And two, they're so incredibly overused and are being battled against with like they're simply just being battled against with like the social media, like the platform itself. Okay, you can't really run any traditional marketing acquisitions like Bumble and dating apps without just being completely patched out. So why would I run marketing acquisitions like that? And that's one of the things that I mentioned earlier is the strategies that we've been running. We've been running for 2.5, 3 years now with no problems, no issues whatsoever. So this is once again yet another fundamental marketing acquisition because it's paid advertisements. And guess what? Paid advertisements, you can market a personal brand, you can market a product, you can market some kind of e-commerce store, you can market physical products. All you need to ask yourself is, does paid advertisement work? I mean, yeah, it's what makes like the world go around, right? It's what makes products even get seen. It's what makes products even, get sales. Okay. So we know that fundamentally this works. Can you take dating apps and go and market an e-commerce store? No. So fundamental marketing acquisition, number 2, here we are. So what is it? OnlyFinder is a paid ads platform that is essentially a Google search engine for OF girls. So anytime there's a new OF account that's created, OnlyFinder just seems to scrape all of the accounts and immediately puts them onto this search engine. So you can think of it as Google, but for OF. Very simple. So inside of this search bar, all I have to do is just type in like blonde or brunette or redhead. And guess what? All of the creators show up. Now, on this platform, you have the ability to apply and to become a marketer for this tool. Okay, like you get the back end where you can then pay money to have your creator on rank on certain areas. Like for an example, if I look up redhead right now, and my girl's not on there, I can pay money and then my girl will rank if I type in redhead. Okay, so however many people are looking up redhead is how much traffic and engagement and whatnot that I'm going to use. Very, very typical advertisement stuff. Now, this is kind of what it looks like. And there's a massive problem with how people run this because people are idiots and they don't understand. Oh my God, they don't understand fundamental marketing. And this is where I shine because OFM is not my main business. And OFM doesn't make me the most money out of all my businesses that I do. As a matter of fact, my digital product launch company does. And I can take all of that experience and all of that knowledge and all of that understanding and bring it into my OFM industry, like my OFM, management. And then from that point forward, I can optimize, tweak, and set things up that convert in the real world because my brain isn't just like, tightened up. And then I get to give you this, understanding and wisdom. So every single one of these advertisements here absolutely suck. So bad to the point where I was able to just completely leave one of them unblurred. And as a matter of fact, I would have been able to leave this one unblurred, this one unblurred, and this one unblurred. Skylar May, on the other hand, no sir. Now, down here's another page. Same thing, unblurred, unblurred, unblurred. This one is blurred. I think I probably could have left it unblurred. Now, what does that mean? So all of these, as you see right here, when you just type in best, you see that this little thing next to it right here, it says ad. It's because people are paying to have their creator at the top. So whenever somebody goes on OF, OnlyFinder, you can type in best, and then they're going to show up, okay? Now, how does the actual tool work? So when you get an account and when you get set up, you're going to have a setup similar to this, in which you need to add your models, and your models are going to be here. I have all my things blurred out because this platform is so incredibly gruesome, and it shows a lot of data that I just can't afford to have, shown. Now, like I said, if you take a look here, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get your CPC, you're going to get your bid, you're going to get your paid clicks in the last hour, you're going to get your paid clicks in the last 24 hours, your medium position, and then your spend last 24 hours, and then is the actual account free or not. Now, down here, when you click on one of these, you now have the ability to modify some of the details that are going to be shown over here. So whatever you have right here is going to show over here. Now, what I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to say, to kind of help you think a bit for yourself, what exactly can you control within this operation? So looking at this right here, it looks like we can control the profile picture. We get to control the bio that's shown on OnlyFinder, and then we get to control the display name, the gender, tracking link. Okay, so realistically, I can only change 3 things that will actually matter within my conversion ratio. Now, this is amazing. And the reason why this is amazing, well, technically 4 things because you get your CPC. I can only really change 4 things in this entire operation, and this is the determining factor of whether or not I'm successful or not. How amazing is that? Okay, all you need to know is how to change these 4 things, and I'm going to show you how to change these damn 4 things. Alongside that, I'm also going to give you an Airtable that just completely track all your data and use and everything for entirely free. Now, if we take a look here, once you open this up, okay, since you can only change this, what does that mean? It means that your bio, your name, your CPC, and your profile picture are all in confluence with the level of, engagement that you're going to get on this ad set. Okay, so now the next thing that you can change is your profile picture, bio, name, campaign, and content on your actual OF page. All right, so I'm gonna keep this so incredibly easy for you. I could go down this massive rabbit hole of all this data and everything that you need to track, but frankly, it's not necessary. It's just not necessary because I've already done all that. Now I can just tell you what works. Okay. Now the strategy and the structure. So all you're going to do, what I'd highly, highly recommend is take whatever profile picture you have on your OF page, put it here. Okay. Take a tracking link, of course, put it here. Take your, let's take a look. Okay. So yeah, you're going to take your profile picture from your OF, put it here. You're going to take your tracking link from the OF and you're going to put it here. You're going to take the display name from your OF and you're going to put it here. You're going to put the gender. You're going to put the same exact bio from the OF. You're going to put it here. And then you're going to increase the CPC to, let's say, 75 cents. Okay. You're going to deposit money into OnlyFinder. Now, this is one thing to note. OnlyFinder doesn't work in the same way that Google Ads does, in which you have the ability to just spend more money and get more views, okay? In the same way, anyway. There are diminishing returns on OnlyFinder in which once you increase your CPC and you're ranking #1 everywhere, you cannot just increase your CPC more and get seen by more people. As a matter of fact, all you're going to be doing is, like I said, diminishing returns. You're going to be losing money because you're paying more for the same amount of people to see you. Because once you rank #1 everywhere, that's it. Okay. If your girl is redhead, she can only rank on so many different keywords before, she just is no longer like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Like, nobody's going to want to be searching blondes and then your redhead comes up. You're not going to be getting clicks, or if you do get those clicks, they're not going to be people that are actually interested in you. So you're paying for things that you're paying extra money for unwanted clicks, essentially. Okay, so I'm going to keep this very simple. You're going to keep everything congruent like I just said. Now, what I want you to do is increase the CPC to like 75 cents. And I want you to take down the data. I want you to know, let me actually pull up the Airtable. Here, you're going to pretty much come into this Airtable and you're going to mark the day that your ad set ran. Okay, let's say it starts today and you're going to run this for a total of 3 days on the 28th. Now, you're going to mark your cost per click right here, 0.75. Okay, I don't think it'll let you do 0.75. Let's do this, 0.75. Then, after those 3 days, on the tracking link, you're going to mark the number of clicks that you got. If you got 100, great. Now, how many from that tracking link actually turned into subscribers? Was it 30? Okay, and mark your model name right here. Come over here. Now, you're going to mark the OF campaign, $3. Like, how much is it to actually get into the page? Now, what this right here is going to do is it's going to calculate all of the data for you, all right? So you started the ad set here, the end date. Now, on the end date is when you're going to fill out the data that we just filled out just now, okay? So your cost per click, your how many clicks you got on the end of those 3 days, how many subscribers you got, and then your OF campaign entry price. So this means you had a 3 click to sub ratio. Every 3 people that clicked on your OnlyFans page actually subscribed. Okay, this means that you spent $75 and you had a $90 return on investment from entry. So then your total ROI is actually $750, leaving you with a profit of $675. Now, your ad spend is going to be based off of how many clicks right here are your CPC. I'll just show you the formula actually. Total, let's say ad spend right here is just going to be clicks times your CPC. So however many clicks you got times your CPC is how much you spent on ads. Then your total return on investment is going to be your subscribers, however many subscribers you got, times, let's say, a $25 LTV. Okay, and this is going to take your subscribers that you have over here. So if your LTV on a subscriber isn't $25, then all you need to do is you double click on this, and then my God, double click on this, and then update this to actually being whatever your LTV is. Now, other things in here that you can put in your OF bio, you can put in your OnlyFinder bio, your OF name, and your OnlyFinder name. Now, and the reason why we have that is because the next thing we're going to talk about is pretty much me trying to break it down and make it as simple. I'm just trying to, it's a little bit of a complex system, but it's like essentially, it's very important that you just run multiple split tests, okay? Like, because a lot of people have a problem with like understanding if marketing acquisitions even work or not. And I'm here sitting here, I'm saying like this does work. Like there's no question about it. We know that paid advertisements work, okay? It's how many ad sets do you need to run in order to find the winning creative, okay? So now, a lot of the things that I've done to like get these things to work and propel is like, for an example, putting a green ring around the profile picture, or in the OnlyFinder bio, I say a green dot and then the little like eating symbol, whatever that is, like this, whatever that is. I put that, and then it says response time less than 2 minutes, okay? Stuff like that just intrigues, gets eyes, and then gets clicks, okay? There are things that you can do to optimize it, but here's kind of, we'll get back into that. Sorry, I know this is a lot. It's just OnlyFinder I'm trying to make it simple for you. Now, 3-day increments. So now that you have this data here, what you're going to ask yourself, am I happy with the clicks? Okay? Are you happy with the clicks? If not, then you have one of 2 choices. You can either increase the CPC, how much you're spending, or instead you can increase the, or you can modify the page to actually just get more clicks. Does that make sense? So for an example, if I am running a 75-cent cost per customer, if I'm running a 75-cent cost per customer, and after those 3 days, I got this many clicks, I have 2 options. I can either change the way the profile looks, or I can increase the cost per click. Now, the problem with increasing the cost per click is if your subscribers are like this, you got 1 sub every 10 clicks, and let's say your profit, no, not your profit, let's do your total ROI. Let's say your click to sub here, or your actual LTV is like not 25, then you are only sitting at about $75 in profit. So do you want to increase the CPC right now? And the answer would be no. Because if you increase the CPC, all you did was just eat into your profit. Maybe you get a little bit more clicks, but at the same time, your return on investment is just very, very low, right? Your profit is incredibly low. So what you can do instead is, instead of running the default congruent profile picture and bio, what you do is you change your OnlyFinder account. This profile looking better, this profile picture, and some things that work. Like I said, a green border around the profile picture. If your girl has massive, titties, that's great. But right on the actual profile, spread legs. You can't have anything nude on here, but spread legs, high quality, very prominent looking images. Now, what I'm going to give you guys a little tip. We have used Photo AI to create us the best advertisements for OnlyFinder of all time. And they convert for years and years and years, okay? And the reason why is because these photos are so perfectly lit and so perfectly placed that there's no quality issue, and they just look unique and they look creative and they just stand out entirely, okay? So now, once you change your profile picture, you're then going to change your display name. Make your display name unique. Number one best, or number one biggest, or number one tightest, or number one petitest. Something creative and unique. Or name my page is free. Name tiny. You get what I mean? Creative and unique. And what everybody does on this platform is they don't understand that there's only three things. When I come here, there's only three things that I can see. Okay? If I'm doing research, if I'm trying to find somebody to sub to, if I am that guy, the only thing I can see is the profile picture, the bio, and the name. So wouldn't it be in my best interest to modify the profile picture, the name, and the bio as many times to try and find the winning creative? Duh. Obviously. So that's what you do. So then when you make a change to your funnel, okay, all you need to do is go like this. You're going to go boom. You're going to add a new one, and you're going to start this one the day after this one ended, right? That would make sense. You're going to go 3 days, so July 2nd. July 2nd is when this one's going to end, and then your CPC is still going to be 0.75. Your clicks, what are your clicks now? Did you get 300 clicks this time? So now you can cross-reference, right? I can say this ad set that I ran this day I kept these things constant because the name of the game, one thing you need to know, I know this is a lot of information. This is why I have an education program to kind of break it down, and I'm trying my best here. The name of the game is to keep as many constants as you can and modify individual things so that you know what change is actually working the most. So it'd be a highly recommend to just change the profile picture. Okay, and see if you increase in clicks. If you increase in clicks, great. Now just change the name. Do you increase or decrease? If you increase, great. If you don't, if there's no effect, change it again. If you decrease, go back to the main one. Okay, the one that was either not affecting or increasing. Okay, then once you're happy with the name and the profile picture, now go in and change the bio. Okay, did the bio increase or decrease after 3 days? Like clicks, okay? The name of the game is to not increase the CPC until you're happy and you found a winning creative. Otherwise, you are going to lose money, okay? Now, that would have taken you about to do everything. Look, so this ad set ended on 2, so then this one would start 3. And then it would end on 6, and then this one would start on 7 and end on 6. I just messed this whole thing up. I think this one goes to the 2nd. All right, anyway, actually, I'll just do it for you really quick. So this is 0, so this is when this one ends. So then this one would start here, and then it would end 7, 3, 1, 2, 3. It would end here, and then this one would start here, and then it would end 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this would have taken you to do regular, okay, and then you can even give the ad sets a name. Like you can give I like to give the name in the tracking link. but you could just totally give like a name to it. We'll do something like, we'll just do a single line, and this would be add set name. Okay, so then you bring this over here. Okay, now let's say this is original everything. This one right here is profile picture change. This one right here is banner change. And then this one right here is bio change, or my bad, not banner, name change. Okay, and then realistically, you're gonna want multiple profile picture, like we talked about. Leave it default, see what happens at 0.75. Then change just the profile picture, and then do like maybe all three of these is profile picture, change, profile picture, change. Okay, now through the profile picture change alone, you were able to, these all stay constant, okay? You want constants, 0.75. 0.75. Now, let's say this profile picture change, 1, 2, 3. Let's say this one right here got you 300 clicks. This one got you 125 clicks, and then this one down here got you 226 clicks, okay? Now, of these three iterations, this one did the best, okay? So now, I'm going to add a new ad set, and I'm just going to do this again, but for just the bio, okay? The OnlyFinder bio, specifically. Now, let's say we go in and obviously, you know, we got more subscribers. We're going to take a look at all of the data and all of the campaign insights and whatnot. But the name of the game here is, now I'm going to delete this and we're going to kind of talk on a new topic in a way. So now if we had this ad set right here, so this one actually brought us 30 subscribers, or let's say this one brought us 50 subscribers. This is the model. The campaign entry price stayed the same. I now have all of the data. What I can see is the profile picture change getting me more clicks. Obviously, also going to bring in more subscribers because people are just simply just interested in it more. Now just increase without needing to increase my CPC. I'm still paying the same, but now I got way more clicks. Okay, that's the point. That is the exciting part. Now that I got more clicks, my profit is significantly higher. So now, what's next? So now that you're happy with your OnlyFinder ad set, here's what you can look at. The next piece of data is your ad set at bottom line CPC is driving clicks. Here's what you want. You want your ad set to literally be getting you, let's say 200-300 clicks a day. Okay, and then you're converting all of those people. You want like a 15-to-1 click to sub, meaning every 15 people that click on your page actually subscribe. If you notice that you're getting a ton of clicks on the OnlyFinder campaign, this is a tip, okay? If you notice that you're getting a ton of clicks on the OnlyFinder campaign, but not a lot of subs, then guess what? It means your OnlyFinder thing is optimized and converting well, but it means your actual OF page, your landing page, is not optimized and it's not converting. So what would you change? I'm like sitting here waiting for the answer. Would you change the OnlyFinder ad set? No, you would change just the OnlyFans profile. Okay. So now on the other hand, let's say you're getting a ton of subs, but you're not getting a ton of clicks. Okay. It's like the people that do click, you're just not getting a lot of clicks, but when they do click, they do subscribe to the OF. Then what would you do? Would you optimize the OF? Hell no. You leave the OF page the exact same, and you would only update the OnlyFinder ad set to just simply get you more clicks. Now, once you have your OnlyFinder ad set solid, which means you're getting good clicks, right? If you're getting a ton of clicks really fast and you're just not getting subs, then all you need to do is update the OF page, okay? Name, banner, bio, profile picture. Here's a rule of thumb. Banner for the butt, profile picture for the the front, and then your bio. It needs to keep in mind all of the traffic that's actually coming from this page or coming to this page is incredibly cold traffic. So the type of bio that you would run with this is not the type of bio that you would run. This is like a whole crash course. I said I'm going to make it quick, and we're 30 minutes in. Jesus Christ. I want to make sure you guys fully understand. Okay, so the main thing is making sure that the bio or having the fundamental understanding that this traffic is incredibly cold, and cold traffic wants to know what they're buying because these guys are specifically on OnlyFinder. Ask yourself, where are these guys coming from? These guys are coming from OnlyFinder. Okay, they're literally just corn junkies. That's all they are. They're literally just looking for. Okay. So with that being said, they don't care about the girlfriend experience. They don't care about like the cute little innocent aesthetic bios. As a matter of fact, all they want is to know what you're selling. So you have to convey every single thing that you're selling on your page. Instead of thinking OF, you're now finally going to start thinking like an actual marketer, like somebody who's actually setting up your landing page to be to actually convert. Okay. Now, once you have your OnlyFans page optimized and it's getting a 15 click to sub, and your profile and your OnlyFinder is optimized and driving enough clicks, now all you need to do is simply increase your CPC. What's this going to do? All it's going to do is get you more clicks, but since your your OnlyFans and everything is already optimized, all it's going to do is inflate everything. So if you're getting a 5x ROAS, you increasing that, guess what? You still get a 5x ROAS, just on a lot larger of a scale. You'll make a lot more money, okay? So I can either put in $100 and come out with a 5x ROAS, or I can put in $10,000 and come out with a 5x ROAS, okay? Now, you will hit a ceiling. This is why I highly recommend running this with multiple models at once. Now, if this was confusing to you at all, I do apologize. I have this structured out in a lot better inside of my education program. Link down in the description. We were at $50 and then we went to $1,000, then we went to $1,500. We're now sitting at $2,400. I'm waiting for WAP to allow me to increase it. I will be increasing it. So if you're interested in joining, like now is probably your best bet. I will continue to just increase the price because everything in there is so incredibly valuable and nobody shows the results that I show and nobody has as much credibility and authenticity that I do. Now, like I said, a link in the description for that. Alongside that, I'm also going to leave the link to the Airtable down there as well as my gift to you in hopes that you make some money and you allow me to help you make even more money. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodness.